So you said that you were from Venezuela, you went to Boston, and then now you're in Miami. But like, so can you talk a little bit about growing up in Venezuela? Like, I guess I literally have never had the opportunity to ask this to anybody.
Yeah, the whole thing is definitely like not as linear as that, like was here, then went here, then went here. Like I've been like all over the place. But those are like kind of like the main places that I'd call like home base at like some point or another. Um, Growing up in Venezuela was fun. I mean, I didn't have like a typical experience, even though I'm from Caracas, which is the main city.
Yeah.
We lived kind of like half an hour out in a very particular setting, kind of like a farm actually. And we had like animals. I took care of about like 80 chickens, and I had a pony and like 12 dogs. And that was like, mostly like the the situation there. Um, and then just like high school, was a very interesting time because there's like a whole thing going on in Venezuela that like the whole country's like fucked up now. And I kind of like grew up like in between
Is
from
that your
like
professional analyzation of it? It's just a little fucked up now.
I call it like a fucked up like wonderland, because like you never expect like one thing to be like worse than the other, and it just like keeps going like down the rabbit hole. Like it's crazy. It's really tragic and sad, but like it's just like what I don't want to like swear too much.
No, that's
But
fine. That's fine. I asked.
yeah. But yeah, so I saw like the whole thing develop from like being, like one of like the richest, like the most like prosperous country in South America to like where it is now, which is like one of the most like dangerous cities, places in the whole world. The crime is crazy. The inflation, the economy, like everything is just, it has like completely sort of disintegrated. Um, so
And you
yeah,
kind
so
of saw this take place like during your childhood.
right, childhood going into like teenage. I came here when I was 17
Okay.
to Boston, yeah, but I've been like coming like back and forth um, since I was like a baby.
Yeah. So you said your brother was here in Miami, right?
No, my brother is actually in Boston still.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You definitely said that so was your brother visiting you whenever?
Oh, when I lived in Boston first.
I was talking to you not too long ago, and I guess I'm just trying to figure out how you guys were in Miami,
Oh
and you
yeah,
were
he
like,
comes
"Oh, I'm
all the time.
hanging with my brother."
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he's in Boston.
yeah, yeah, but he
Uh,
comes all the time.
nice. Okay. So is the rest of your family there? Like mom, dad, like they all? Where's the family at?
No, my parents are also in Venezuela. Sorry, in Miami.
Okay.
It's just like Miami is so much like Venezuela because there are a lot of us here actually. A big, like, very large Venezuelan population here. But I have some aunts here. Some of them are in like Italy, Mexico, kind of like all over the place.
Nice. So when you were in Boston, you were there for college, correct?
Yeah, the whole thing, just like the
Yes.
whole college
Where'd you
life.
go?
Northeastern. It's like right in the city, like right down, not downtown.
Oh, did I lose you?
Oh, I don't know. Can you hear
Oh,
me?
nope. I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
Um, no, so you went to Northeastern. I actually think I was I think I know exactly where it is. Is it kind of close to Berkeley?
Yeah, it's really close to Berkeley.
Okay, yeah,
It's
I
like
think
a
I
10-12 minute walk.
yeah, so yeah, I think I saw it the last time that I was in town.
Nice.
Um so are you or were you in grad school? I was doing
I'd
obviously I've
FIU.
done some digging in on you.
Yeah, what I put out there, for sure. I went to FIU for like about a year and a half. and I took some grad school classes kind of following my major, which was physics. And that was really difficult, more than expected. Um, really good school, the classes, I mean, the professors were great. And it was an interesting experience for sure.
Yeah, let's dig into that for just like a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, can we talk how you studied physics in undergrad and then particle physics in grad school? Is that like you
Yeah,
went from
that
particle
was like
physics?
my direction. That was like the kind of like the path that I followed. You can like there are different types of like physics you can do. You can do like plasma. You can do like cosmology, astrophysics. Um, you can do like nuclear particle. What else do people do? Like medical physics, biophysics, that sort of stuff. And I just like I couldn't see myself doing like the others. I mean, nuclear is fun too, but like I think like particle for so like sorry, another thing is that you can do like either like theoretical or experimental.
Mm-hmm.
And nuclear was like my second choice, but that's more like on the experimental side. And I'm not very good with like hands-on things besides painting. But like building stuff and like you probably wouldn't want me taking care of like a nuclear reactor. So I did the particle for a bit because I just thought it was like fun. And yeah.
Oh, right on. Well, I just thought it was so crazy. Like, so I'm thinking I'm about to talk to an artist which I actually, well, I am talking to an artist, but as I'm digging into you, I find out that like you have this background in which basically amounts to being like the rules of the universe. So, yeah, I just thought that was really interesting. I don't know what got you into physics.
So when I was in high school, honestly, like I had some like ideas. I just like couldn't see myself. There was like a very short period of time where I wanted to be a politician, but like I realized I had to like deal like the my parents told me that like you basically don't have the personality to be a politician. You have to be like very bubbly and like play like both sides and like do this and stuff. I don't know. I like sort of like got out of that idea. So we had this thing in high school where the last year they allow you to do like an internship, whatever you want. So I went to, it's called like the Venezuelan Institute of like Scientific Research. So it's like, you know, like the most like serious like research place that you can go to. And there's like really cool. At first I was gonna go to it was like a viral department and they were like working different like viruses. They were studying like hepatitis, HIV, and like all that stuff. And I wasn't like too much into the idea. Then I thought about math, like the math department there, and it seemed kind of like boring. I have like a lot of respect now for mathematicians, but I don't know if I'm like about that super like abstract like thinking life type of thing. So I went into the physics. It was like my third choice. And then at the beginning of like my career, I had like I was like trying to go more in the direction of like astrophysics. So I was studying like star formation, mostly like proto stars and stuff, like how they go through like the different stages. And I mean, I don't want to like bore you like with this thing. Like,
This doesn't bore me.
okay, so like you know, if you have like different accumulation of like masses produce like different kinds of stars.
Mm-hmm.
And by masses, I mean like interstellar dust. So I was studying like within a range. There is so many things that you can do. I mean, the amount of like knowledge and like processes that go on, you know, in the universe and stuff is can be a little overwhelming. But anyways, that's what I was studying. And then I went to college and it just, you know, took one class after another. Spent a lot of nights going crazy because of like midterms and finals that were not easy. It was definitely not an easy career to to pick.
Well, yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's one of the most challenging concepts in general. Like I know who uh, very loosely I follow Lawrence Krauss. I'm not sure if you know who he is. He's like a quantum physicist, and he's so technical. Whenever I listen to him, like my like the gears in my brain just like seize up. Like everything just breaks. I can't understand him. It like the things that he says. I think like at one point he was on like a Joe Rogan podcast, and he
Mhm.
was talking to Joe Rogan about how there are different sizes of infinity, and I just couldn't keep up. Like my brain just didn't work like that. But and then there's like other mathematicians that are more digestible. I don't know if you know who Eric Weinstein is, but he's another really he's a really good mathematician in the fact that like he's real down to earth, and like he loves music and he loves art, so like he really kind of translates it into like a more creative style, and it's way more digestible. And
Yeah,
he's a good orator. He's really good at talking. So
that's amazing.
he's got such a big vocabulary that it is nice just to listen to him talk. Even if you can't fully understand him, it's not like an overwhelming or boring thing to listen to him speak.
Yeah, there are definitely people who have like a gift to, put like what they know into like into like the right words. Um, like in physics, like we have like Feynman, Richard Feynman. I don't know if you like
Yeah,
know
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
Right. So he was like, the sweetheart of like physics, basically. Everyone loved him. He was like super charming, and he was able to like explain like all of these like amazing concepts like very easily. Um, but not everyone is like that. Like it can get sometimes like you're sitting like in the classes and you're like, what? What is going on here? Especially with quantum stuff. Quantum stuff can be like, it's just like you somehow have to like know this. Um, I don't know. It's just interesting to me, like the way education and like processing like information and learning works. I think that we're better off sort of building like a really good AI and leaving it to the AI to do the homework for us, maybe.
Oh, there's a lot of people that would be terrified to hear you say that. A lot of people don't really trust AI.
Well,
Um,
it's definitely not to be trusted. I think it's like sort of like inevitable. I mean, it's gonna happen. It's just like a matter of when. Um, and it's interesting to see, the direction that like how we will cope with that as people.
oh, we will cope with it by becoming whatever
There's
it wants
slaves.
us to be. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll download into something that's less fleshy and decayed, like, or decayable. We'll be little hard drives after a while.